about time the MCU tackles Hulk's biggest storyline, World War Hulk, after so many teases. After the Illuminati, Black Bolt, Tony Stark, Doctor Strange, and Reed Richards exiled Hulk from Earth, the ship they sent him in exploded, killing his pregnant wife. Furious and stronger than ever after absorbing insane radiation levels on planet Sakaar, Hulk heads back to Earth for payback, bringing his warbound crew, Heroium, Korg, Elokafi, Meek, No Name of the Brood, Arch E5912, and Mung. First stop, the Moon, where he takes down Black Bolt. Then he storms into Manhattan, demanding the Illuminati show themselves. Hulk then makes a stop at the X-Men's home, where Professor X admits that while he wasn't part of the decision to send Hulk off-world, he probably would have agreed, but not to making it permanent. Hulk wipes the floor with several X-Men teams and even takes on Juggernaut, but after learning about the whole M-Day disaster, he figures Xavier's already been through enough and moves on. Back in Manhattan, he takes on the Gamma Corps and Ghost Rider before absolutely wrecking Iron Man and leveling Stark Tower. Then, Hulk and his Warbound take down the new Avengers, Mighty Avengers, Doc Samson, and the Fantastic Four, plus Black Panther and Storm. He slaps obedience discs on them, making sure they can't fight back. After a quick clash with Hercules, Amadeus Cho, Namora, and Angel, Hulk goes head-to-head with Thunderbolt Ross and the U.S. Army, and wins, of course. Then comes Doctor Strange, who taps into the dark power of Zom, but even that isn't enough. Hulk beats him down so badly that Strange has to retreat. While locked up, Tony Stark secretly contacts S.H.I.E.L.D., revealing a last-ditch plan. If the heroes can't stop Hulk, they'll unleash the negative zone over Manhattan, wiping out Hulk and everything else on the island. Meanwhile, Hulk and his Warbound turn Madison Square Garden into a full-on Gladiator arena. He shrugs off an assassination attempt from Scorpion and takes on the initiative without breaking a sweat. As his human supporters cheer him on, Hulk forces Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Black Bolt, and Mr. Fantastic to first battle a massive tentacled alien and then fight each other to the death. But at the last second, Hulk makes it clear. This isn't about killing, just justice. Nobody has to die. Instead, he plans to reduce New York to rubble and leave the Avengers drowning in their own guilt. And just when things couldn't get crazier, the Sentry shows up and goes all out against Hulk. Their fight practically levels the city, and by the time it's over, both of them have burned through so much power that they revert back to Robert Reynolds and Bruce Banner, with Reynolds passing out. But Meek isn't having it. Furious that the Hulk is gone, he attacks Banner. Rick Jones tries to step in and gets badly injured, triggering Banner to transform back into the Hulk. In his rage, Hulk starts going after the Warbound, and that's when Meek drops a bombshell. The explosion that started this whole mess wasn't the Illuminati's fault. It was actually caused by Red King loyalists, and Meek knew the truth all along but let it happen, thinking it would push Hulk into more destruction. This revelation pushes Hulk over the edge, and his uncontrollable rage makes him release so much energy that it threatens the entire planet. With no other option, Tony Stark activates orbital weapons that blast Hulk into unconsciousness, leaving him in his Bruce Banner form. S.H.I.E.L.D. locks Banner up 3 miles underground, while the Warbound are taken into military custody. As for Namor, he's the only Illuminati member who avoids Hulk's wrath. Turns out, he was the only one who argued against sending Hulk away in the first place, and even warned them that Hulk would come back looking for revenge. After World War Hulk wrapped up, the Incredible Hulk comic was replaced by The Incredible Hercules, starting with issue number 113, even though the transition technically began in issue number 112. This new series followed the adventures of Hercules and Amadeus Cho. But Hulk's story didn't end there. In May 2009, Marvel launched a follow-up to both Planet Hulk and World War Hulk with Planet Scar. This arc kicked off in Scar, Son of Hulk number 11 and brought Hulk's son Scar straight into the heart of the Marvel Universe. With the return of the Silver Surfer, aka Silver Savage, things escalated quickly, forcing Scar to leave Sakaar and head for Earth. According to writer Greg Pak, Reed Richards is not thrilled about another Hulk-like powerhouse showing up, and when Hulk and Scar finally meet, it's not exactly a heartwarming family reunion. Then came World War Hulks in 2010, which revealed a twist. Those satellites that zapped Hulk into unconsciousness at the end of World War Hulk didn't just take him down, they actually siphoned off his gamma energy, which was later used to power up the cathexis ray and create the Red Hulk. Now, the idea of World War Hulk making its way into the MCU has been floating around for years, with plenty of Easter eggs hinting at the possibility. Thor Ragnarok already borrowed elements from Planet Hulk, the comic that sets up World War Hulk, and Mark Ruffalo has repeatedly said he'd love to see it adapted. But the biggest roadblock? The rights issue. Universal has owned the Hulk's film rights since 1990, and while their deal with Disney and Marvel lets the character appear in ensemble films, it doesn't allow for a solo MCU Hulk movie. That means if World War Hulk ever happens, it would have to be structured around a larger team-up rather than a standalone Hulk-focused film. Even if Marvel figures out the rights issue, the MCU has already made some major changes that complicate things. The way they've introduced the Illuminati and Sakaar differs from the comics, meaning the setup for World War Hulk would have to be adjusted significantly. One of the biggest moments that kicks off World War Hulk is the Illuminati deciding to banish Hulk from Earth. But in the MCU, the only Illuminati we've seen were from another universe in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, meaning they likely never even met Hulk from the main timeline. That's a problem because Hulk's whole rampage is driven by revenge. Sakaar is another key part of the World War Hulk setup since it's the main setting for Planet Hulk, which leads into the storyline. Thor Ragnarok introduced Sakaar and showed Hulk as a gladiator, but it skipped a lot of the deeper story elements that would make World War Hulk work. Then there's Red Hulk. In the comics, he doesn't show up until World War Hulks, long after World War Hulk ends. But with Red Hulk now officially in the MCU, that would shake things up a bit if they tried to adapt the story. Mark Ruffalo even pointed this out, saying there's still a lot about Hulk's time on Sakaar that hasn't been explored, including how he became Smart Hulk. Mark Ruffalo has hinted that World War Hulk could be a way to fill in the gaps left by Thor Ragnarok and She-Hulk Attorney-at-Law. Looking at the Multiverse Saga release timeline, there are gaps in MCU Phase 6 where World War Hulk could fit, particularly between Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. But given how big World War Hulk is, it might work better after Secret Wars, when the MCU is ready for a fresh saga. One of the biggest challenges is the sheer number of characters involved in the original storyline. The comic features not just the Hulk, but also the Avengers, Inhumans, and X-Men. Since the MCU hasn't fully introduced mutants yet, waiting until they are firmly established makes sense. If World War Hulk happens, it could still be years away. And that's a wrap for now. What do you think? Should the MCU stick closely to the World War Hulk comics, or would you rather see them take a fresh approach? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this and other exciting movies and series. We'll see you next time.